Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. May have noticed a bit of absence from last week. I'm getting over a back strain, still getting over it, so this week we're going to be doing something indoors, something quite simple. We're going to be looking at a soap bubble. So I'll get stuff set up and I'll come back and explain what we're going to do and how we're going to do that. It's a very simple procedure. Going to be using the macro lens and hopefully get some good effects. So I'll speak to you in a minute. Okay, so I've got something set up, and this is, I've basically watched YouTube myself to find out how to do this, because I'm learning as well. I said that before the start. So I've watched the videos, I'm just passing that knowledge on to you really. So what we've got is, we've got our water washing up liquid with a bit of glycerine, and we're going to put that into a little plastic tub. This one's actually the cap of a bottom of a lens. That's going to sit on my glasses case, believe it or not, just to give it a lift off the table. Now in the videos people are holding the flash above, but because I'm recovering from a back strain, I've got something to put the actual flash box on. So I've got one of these, and this is just going to sit when I take the photos on the lens on top of some DVD cases that I've built up to the sides, and it stops all the ambient light from coming in, and it literally just focuses the flash right on top of the bubble. And that's hopefully what we're looking for, just to get that focus right on the top. I did have a practice run at this yesterday, and I got some quite good results. I posted them up on different social media pages that I'm on, and they come out okay. I got some quite nice feedback from them. So I think without further ado, we'll get some bubble solution in a little pot. Camera settings, I'm going at 1/250th of a second, ISO 100 at f10, with the flash on 132 power. So it's sort of quite a lowish power, I suppose. And I found yesterday that I had to sort of increase it and decrease it depending on the settings of the camera. So it's just something you have to play around with if you have a go at this yourself. Solution, I filled that about halfway with water, a decent squirt of washing up liquid in it, and I've got a little pot of glycerine that I got from a reputable company, online company that delivers it to your door, and it was very cheap. It was a bit £3 or £4, something like that, for a decent pot. So a good squirt of that, give it a good mix, give that a good bit of a mix now, and it just gives your bubbles a bit of strength and makes them last a little bit longer. That's why you add that to it. So get some solution in a little tub, and we'll get started. You want to fill it about halfway, and it just gives you just a little bit of leeway just to blow your bubble. You obviously want a nice black dark background. I've blocked out all the ambient light, and it just sort of gives you a nice dark background, and it means that you get no ambient light coming in. So I'm going to turn the main light off when I do this, so I might go a little bit dark. I've got everything all set up ready to go, so I'm going to blow a bubble and take some shots, see how we go. Don't want to blow the bubble too big. I've got a straw, helps if you've got a bendy straw with a top, then you know you can differentiate from the top and the bottom of the straw, and then you don't keep getting mouthfuls of washed up liquid in your mouth. So without further ado, let's blow a bubble. What you're going to want to do is pop this on the top of your little setup, turn the lights off and take some shots. So I'm just going to connect my trigger release, my shutter release I should say, to the camera, because I haven't got to touch the camera at all. Forgot to focus. Okay, to focus, if you put your straw in the just off halfway, you want to be just this side of halfway of your little black pot, and manual focus, using live view on the back of the camera. And then what you'll have to do is, because it's so dark, you'll have to slow your shutter speed down until you can see in live view. Now in this case I've got to slow it right down to 30 seconds and put the straw in the pot, and then I can then use the manual focus to get nice and tight in on that straw, and I'm holding it just inside this half of halfway, so not quite halfway, otherwise you're going to miss focus. It'll be just in this third, if you like. And get right in tight, nice and close, really focus on that straw. Okay, make sure you click it onto manual focus, and then remember to put your shutter back to 1/250th of a second. F10, ISO 100, using your flash. So we'll do that. We'll take a shot and see what we get. Now you want to keep taking photos all through the cycle, because as everything settles you get all your different running streams of colour, they all blend into each other and you start to get the complete spectrum of colours that run through it. And what I have worked out is if you just sort of just pick this up, just to give it a bit of a blow, just to get it moving, just let the bubbles settle again, and then take another shot, and you start to get the swirls and that in the colours. And I'm literally just firing shot after shot after shot going through the sequence, and you get different shots all through it. And say with the glycerine it makes the bubble last just that much longer. I mean, this bubble's been going probably 3 or 4 minutes now, and it's still going. So I don't need to move this at all. So it'll move, make a bit of wind, get the stuff moving around, and it creates these little effects. It almost looks like a distant world. See how long it'll last. You can actually see the colours sort of moving around, very metallic looking, and it's a lot of fun to do. And it's still going, and with the greens and the blues and purples, magentas and all that are all coming out. They're all mixing together, and it's quite hard to believe that this is a soap bubble, really. It washes the plates. So glycerine to make this last longer, and it gives it a bit of strength, not too much. Good old squirt. I suppose a tablespoon, I suppose, in what, let me think. I suppose if you had a mug full of water, and you add maybe a tablespoon of wash up liquid and a tablespoon of glycerine, give it a mix, let it settle, give it a mix, let it settle, and just before you go to use it again, give it just another gentle mix. And then it should make your bubble last and last. I mean, I've taken, must be 30 photos of this one. They do last quite a while when your mixture's right. I think that might have burst. Yeah, that's it, bubbles burst. So we're gonna whack them onto the computer, see what I come up with, and anything that I do come up with, I'll stick up at the end in a bit of a slideshow. So, any questions, leave down in the comments. Hopefully you've enjoyed this one. It's a lot of fun. I urge you to give it a go. Please go and give it a go. Remember the settings: 1/25 of a second, f10, ISO 100. That's at 1/16th power on the flash. You're going to want to diffuse that light somehow. I've got a softbox. That, ideally, you're going to want to attach your cable release. You're going to be on one on a tripod, and the mixture. I'll put a description of the mixture down below as well in the comment section. I'll put a list of all the stuff that I've used, how to do it, in the description below. Enjoy the photos. If you've liked it, please give it a thumbs up, give it a share, and hopefully I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.